Are you an employee or an employer? Many people have a dream to start their own business, build a team again under them, and run it successfully. While some are very comfortable being in a job and going up the ladder slowly and steadily over a period of time. So, what are you good at? Are you going to be an employee throughout your life, or are you going to be an employer? So, let's see through the horoscope. Okay. So, let's see the combinations for being an employer. So, when I say an employer, you have a team of people working under you, and you have a marketing team, sales team, and you give them instructions. You give an you are in administrative position. So this is how you run a business. So for running a business in astrology, 10th house becomes very important. 10th house is karmasthana. 6th house is your job or service, regular. When you are employed under somebody, you don't have the freedom to do what you want. Whereas when you are having your own business, when you are running your own business, you can make your own decisions. So 10th house is the house of power. As a businessman, you have the power to make those decisions. So let's see the combination. So I have taken an example of a Gemini ascendant here. Gemini is nothing but Mithun Lagna. In this horoscope, if you see, the ascendant AC is nothing but Lagna. So this is Mithun Lagna. The astrology here, generally the signs start with Aries, Mesh Lagna, Rishabha Lagna, and so on up to Meena Lagna. So this is Mithun Lagna. So this is Gemini ascendant. So here, Gemini ascendant is the first house. Your Lagna becomes your first house. If you are going to be a business person, your 10th house has to be stronger, which means the 10th house has to be surrounded by a benefic planets like Jupiter, Venus, or a waxing moon. Okay. Here you can have, so I have mentioned in this chart, there are multiple positions where I have mentioned Jupiter. There is only one Jupiter. Do not be confused. So I'm just going to give you the clarity now. You can have a Jupiter in the 10th house. When you have a Jupiter in the 10th house becomes more benefic. 10th house becomes auspicious. So which means you have the ability to do the administrative work. You have the ability to start your own business, whatnot. You can have your own team and give the instructions all that you need for them. So Jupiter in the 10th house is one thing. Should the Jupiter always be placed in the 10th house? No. Jupiter can also be placed in the 4th house. If you look here, 4th house, we have a Jupiter. Jupiter can directly see the 10th house. So planet doesn't have to be in the house necessarily. It can see that house also. So Jupiter, when placed in the 4th house, it will aspect the 10th house. Again, or you can have a Jupiter placed in the 2nd house. When Jupiter is placed in the 2nd house, it will still see the 10th house. Or you can have a Jupiter placed in the 6th house, which can see the 10th house. So Jupiter has 3 major aspects, 5, 7, and 9. So I will explain this alone with an example. Rest of combinations, I will go through it a little quicker. Okay. So let me draw the combinations for you. Okay. When Jupiter is placed in the 4th house, okay, it can aspect the 10th house here. If Jupiter is placed in the 2nd house, it can still see the 10th house here. If Jupiter placed in the 6th house, from the 6th house, it can still see the 6th. So 2, 6, and 10. If you see the houses 2, 6, and 10, it will be in the form of a triangle, basically 2, 6, 10. So Jupiter has this trigonal aspect. Jupiter, 2nd house, 6th house, 10th house. Any of the houses, it will do good. Jupiter placed in the 4th house will see the 10th house. That's it. So this is one combination. Let's move to the next one. Apart from Jupiter, we have Venus also. Venus is nothing but Shukra. Jupiter is Guru, Venus is Shukra. Venus, when placed in the 4th house, Venus can be placed in the 10th house also. Same example, only thing I am replacing Jupiter with Venus here. Venus is placed in the 10th house here. Okay. Or you can have a Venus placed in the 4th house. So Venus has single aspect. Venus will always see the house opposite to it. It will not see anywhere else. So Venus is placed here, or Venus placed in the fourth house will directly see the 10th house. Simple. Okay. So this is also good combination for being an employer. Next combination for being an employer. You can have a waxing moon. What is waxing moon? Waxing moon is something like during Amavasya phase, you will not be able to see the moon, right? It's completely dark. Post Amavasya, the moon starts glowing in its luminosity day by day, right? Until it reaches Purnamashya, where it will be where moon will be in its full glow. So this is called waxing moon. This is called the waxing phase. From Amavasya to Purnami is waxing. From Purnamashya to Amavasya, this is waning phase. Okay. So the waxing moon has to be placed in the 10th house. Waxing moon has to be placed in the connected to the 10th house. Here you can see sun is placed in the 4th house. Whenever moon is exactly opposite to sun, when moon is exactly opposite to sun, that is called a Purnamashya. When sun and moon are together, it is that is Purnamashya and this is Amavasya. Sun moon together is Amavasya. Sun moon opposite to each other is Purnamashya. Okay, simple. So that's why I kept sun here, just for your reference, because moon has grown to its full luminosity here. And when moon is placed in the 10th house, it's a very good combination for being an employer. And sun can also be here. And even if sun is placed here, you can see that moon as it grows, it goes to its luminosity fully. And sun can also be here. As sun moves closer, you will know that the moon's luminosity has reduced, which means the waxing moon in the 10th house is good for doing business. Okay. Now we have seen the combinations for being an employer. Now let's see the combination for being an employee. Many of us are stuck here in a job. So you will understand these combinations where a person who is stuck in a job gets very comfortable there and does not take the risk of doing any side business or any main business. Okay, let's see. Simple. Now we have seen the 10th house with good planets like Jupiter, Venus, Moon, etc. Now let's see the malefic planets. What are the malefic planets? Bad planets. Saturn, Rahu, and Mars. You can ignore Ketu also. Saturn, Mars, and Rahu are the most malefic planets. Now, in this case, if you see this example, I have placed Mars in the 10th house. Mars in the 10th house is generally good, okay, for your profession, general profession, job, and all that. Within that, you can be a boss or something like that. That is fine. But when it comes to starting your own business, any malefic planet in the 10th house destroys that house. You can have a Mars in the 10th house. When you have a Mars in the 10th house, you can have a Mars in the 4th house, which means that the 10th house is getting affected. Okay. So this is one such combination. Simple. Now, again, I will move on to the other one. Next is Saturn. When Saturn is placed in the 10th house, similar to what I said for Mars, it destroys that house. Or Saturn can also be placed in the 4th house. Saturn can also be placed in the 8th house. Saturn can also be placed in the 1st house, which is the ascendant. Why Saturn? Okay, 4th and 10th house I understood. What about 8 and 1? Why are you saying this? Okay, similar to Jupiter aspects, which I mentioned earlier, Saturn too has got aspects. Saturn has got special aspect of 3, 7, and 10. So if you count from here, Saturn will see the third house, third aspect, 8, 9, 10. So this Saturn placed in the 8th house will destroy this 10th house to its aspects, through its aspect. And Saturn also has got the 10th house aspect. So when Saturn is placed in the 1st house, it will directly see the 10th house and gives problems related to that house. So these people, for them, it's very important, or it's better to be in a salaried profession rather than having their own business. Okay, next combination. Rahu directly placed in the 10th house kills that house. Okay, so you can have a direct, it's very simple and direct. You should not have Rahu in the 1st house. Rahu is much more dangerous than having a Saturn in the 10th house. Okay, next. This is more interesting. So previously, what I said was, for an employer, a waxing moon can be placed in the 10th house. What about a waning moon? When you have an Amavasya moon placed in the 10th house, when the Amavasya moon placed in the 10th house does not have any glow, does not have any aspect, it doesn't have aspect, At the same time, it destroys this house. It kills this house. Why is it called Amavasya moon? Amavasya moon is here, right? When sun and moon are together, it's called Amavasya. I just kept it a day before. Like even 1 or 2 days before Amavasya, we'll not be able to see the moon in its full glory. So you can have a moon here also, or it can be a pure Amavasya moon also. You can keep your sun here and moon together. Okay. Okay. Another combination, you can have sun and moon together in the fourth house. And the sun and moon together are in the fourth house. The Amavasya moon again aspects the 10th house. It creates disturbances in the 10th house, which means this person is good to be an employee only. He cannot become an employer, or he will have challenges. Because when I say he can't become, there are a lot of other combinations which you can see. Okay. Somewhere, if Jupiter sits here and aspects the 10th house, irrespective of having a waning moon, it will still give business opportunities for that person, or to start ideas, or give him ideas to start his own venture. So this is how you can see a person can be in an employee phase or transit to an employer phase. So this is how you need to see through astrology. So if you have any questions, please do give in the comment section and I'll be very happy to answer. Yeah, thank you.